Hey, good afternoon, Bob, Trade Genius, 20th of March, and what a glorious day for us. No surprise from the Fed that they were dovish, but what they did surprise on was they said basically they took rate increases off the table, and I think the market originally liked it, and then it sold off when I think it started to dawn on them that how the banks can make any money and that the Fed is that worried about the economy after just 2 months earlier saying they thought everything was robust started to roll over. But that's only a sideshow for us. We're short in the market with SH position as a longer term hedge, and and then we also put on a put spread this morning. So we're happy with how we're positioned on the SPY side. And then here's just looking at it from an intraday perspective. I stayed away from the trading today just because I hate Fed days, and sometimes I get too excited and they just whipsaw you. But it was actually a really good trading day if you had the discipline and if you didn't know today was Fed day. So I mean, look at you got first of all you start looking at the short range Stokes started to turn up, and then this started to move up right after the open here, right at a support area, and then they grinded it back to VWAP, and then excuse me, frog in my throat, and then here's the move from the Fed announcement, and then it came right up to another magic channel line of ours, and this I knew was going to fail because we started the money stream and money flow just was given away the whole time, and then we had to break back down here. The Stokes basically not confirming the move, and then we rolled all the way back down again. So my expectation is that we're going to test down at least to the bottom of this value area here, 28.13, maybe even get down to 28.6, and then looking into next Friday where my puts sit is that I'm looking at 27.91 area as my next area. We bought 279 strike puts. I sold the 279 for today, so I was able to take off some cost at the same time having the price come in my direction. And I'll probably do the same thing on Friday depending on how the market turns here tomorrow, because it may just turn down tomorrow and they'll try to push it Friday back up, and I'll be hedged again. But we're going to continue to go down. This was a sell the move area, and then here's our positions. I apologize. So we bought DRD. This is one of our lottos that we tend to get 10, 20, 30% opportunities with, and it pushed down through the area that I like to buy in, and we actually bought it 293. We've been sitting, waiting and waiting and waiting for it hit it. And then it proceeded to drop even further, almost took our stop out on this day here, came within 1 point of taking our stop out, and then it started to rise back up. We're back slightly in the black now and coming back into this channel, and we're looking for here. This is a gold recapture company out of South Africa, and they take tailings from other miners and then they extract more gold out of it. It's a nice little niche business. But what I like about it is it likes to move in and out of this channel, and I like to make money. So I'm looking for this thing to get to 215, and ideally I'd love for it to get back up to 235 area here. So we'll just see, and we'll wait and we'll play it as we can. And so next one here, we're GOLD. I don't know what it was pushing down all last week. It got all the way down to actually down to 1268, I think was the low. And then just popped on the news. We're back profitable on this. I sell calls against this every week, and I'm waiting for this thing to break out of this range. Once it gets over 14, I think it's really going to run. I'm looking ultimately like $54 for this thing. Goro, we're in Goro again. It almost stopped us out at the bottom of this channel. I'm looking for it to push back to the top of the channel. Nice thing about Goro, it pays a dividend. So if this is one you want to have a little bit longer term play on, once people realize gold's not going to be going down anytime soon, you're going to see Goro pop back up again. And in my target it right now is near $5 on this thing. We bought Harmony today, and we're up a quick 4% on it already, and hit our screen. And for those who don't trade with us, I just have a screen that looks for these opportunities where the momentum's coming in and it's on the slightly undervalued side in recent price action, and I just look for these moves, and we've just been catching them pretty regularly for the last 6 or 7 months here. We get these 4, 5, 10% moves on these smaller cap plays, and we pushed up again here on Harmony. And I actually bought it before the Fed meeting. I was debating whether I should do that or not, but I'm like, you know what, rules are rules, and I like this stock, and I like the stock that does this kind of stuff. Okay, these are beautiful moves, and I don't care if you do this all day long, you're going to make 100% on your money before too long. So we got another move on Harmony, and right now we're up about 4% on it, and right now my target is it's going to be around this 210, 215 area, it looks like. New Gold, we're in New Gold, and it's a little flatlined right now, and this is one that it broke down on news on us here. We bought it on this breakdown here, but it hasn't recovered yet. Usually you get these 7-day rules and it will pop. It's kind of flatlined, but now that gold's moving back up again, going to give it a little bit more time, and to see if we can get this thing pushed back up over $1. PAS, we're in PAS, we're profitable in the trade. Again, you know, we brought the breakdown on our channel here, and the 1296, and so we bought it back in here, and now I'm looking for it to move up higher. I'd love to get at least to here. Ideally, I'd love to get it back up to here, but I'll take what I can get. But we're profitable on this trade as well. Here's our hedge. I think we're going to start seeing a spiral down here a little bit. Okay, one of our lotto picks. And this is one of our oil picks that we're in. And this thing is closed at 25.64. This is a little after hour action. We're in the trade. We're profitable in this trade as well. And energy's holding up pretty well. So excited about that one too. And we just had some really good trades. We just closed a Noble for really nice profit. And it's starting to catch a bit again. And we also just closed this one as well for about a 16% gain, but it pushed to the top of his channel. Even though it kept going, our target was 320, and we took the profit there. But this thing may break out, a little cup and handle action. If it pulls back in, I may consider buying it again. But this is a really interesting company because it has uranium and has cobalt, and it's U.S. based. And there's very few U.S. based companies that have that metal profile, especially now that Russia is really starting to push hard on starting to control their strategic metals. And speaking of which, we took profit on PLG at 190, and I think I'm going to be going back in this again. Looks like it's ready to take another move higher, and so I'm looking for maybe for a little bit of a pullback, and then we're going to jump back in because I think these things are going to just go much higher. And if I were you guys, oops, sorry, wrong one, SPPP. Okay, this thing is just going to be a train. So it looks like it's doing another cup here. I think it's going to take another move higher as well. So just having a great day. You know, our trading record is still averaging about 5% gain per trade net of losses, and just we don't see that changing anytime soon. Now that metals and miners and energy to an extent have been given the green light here, I think we're going to start seeing some really bold moves in the metals and miners, and I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities to take these. And in 2011, we traded. You know, we were able to roll up over 400% in 18 months. So I see that absolutely as a possibility again, and I think it's gonna be a fun ride. The Fed's done. They can't raise rates. They raise rates, they put the world into a depression. So next action is they're going to start lowering rates to take some of the monthly spend pressure off of people, and so they can refinance. That's what's coming next. And look for some big spending out of the government too. So dollar's going to get obliterated, and that's just going to help all of our portfolios if we're in the right stuff. So come trade with us. We got some bundles running to the weekend, and just make some really good money with us. Have a lot of fun in the process. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.